Okay, so I'm still finishing peeling up my garlic. It takes a while to peel garlic. You can buy it already pre-peeled. It's all up to you. But I am going to make some fermented honey garlic today. It is actually absolutely delicious. It sounds kind of scary because you're like, why would you ferment honey and garlic? But reality is, it is so good for you. It is full of all sorts of antibiotics and autoimmune boosters, so it boosts your immune system. Um, takes a couple weeks to ferment to get to where it needs to be. So you want to start this before you have, sinus issues and cold seasons and things like that, or just do it like me and every month start a new batch and just, yeah, enjoy your garlic. So while I'm sitting here peeling this, I want to talk about what it is that I have to use. You can buy store-bought garlic. That's fine. You can use garlic out of your garden. I'm doing a combination of both in here. It does not make me any better than anybody else. It is just garlic. But you can buy it pre-peeled or you can peel it yourself. Choice is up to you. But yeah, I put about 4 heads worth of garlic in here. It's quite a bit of garlic, but I like to have a lot of this on hand. I'm going to save these little ones to cook with. I don't feel like peeling any more garlic. Okay, and my recommendation is after you peel it, wash it again because you never know what was on your hands, and ferments need to be very sterile. Otherwise, they will get bad and moldy. I think this jar is so cool. I got this from my aunt. I inherited a bunch of her old canning stuff, and it's an old ball refrigerator and freezer jar. But I don't make a lot of jams and jellies in these, but I'm going to use them for pickles and ferments. So, really cool jar. But you want to use raw honey. If you can't get a hold of raw honey, try to use like a more expensive honey from the store, because if you're using the little cheap teddy bear stuff, a lot of times that's just flavored corn syrup. But what you want to do, actually, let me angle you better so you can see this. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to put all your garlic in towards the bottom. Obviously, that's where it's going to fall. But you want to just pour in about a cup to a cup and a half worth of honey. And what I usually do is just squeeze it and let it kind of soak down in there. And as it moves down in, I want it to fill all these crevices and holes. And I want to see how much room I still have left. You want to cover your garlic completely. So just let it fall. It's already uncovering, so I need to add some more. And you can speed the process up with a spoon or something to stir it around, but then, you got honey on your spoon. So I just like to let it naturally do its thing. It's going to take a little bit, but again, like I said, just fill your jar up and cover your garlic with the honey. Okay, so I've gotten it all in and I've let it settle, so it's completely down to the bottom. And you can see how I've covered this with about a little bit of extra room. See that garlic sticking out? I need to poke him down. I'm just going to use a chopstick and I'm just going to poke all my garlic underneath. Make sure they're nice and hidden in that beautiful honey. And the reason why you want to do this is because you basically are putting a seal on the top of honey, and you don't want any of those garlics to go bad outside of the seal. So there we go. I don't put a lid on this. I just put the top. I don't seal it or anything like that. I don't cover it. I just set it to the back of my counter and let it sit. Let it sit for about a week to 2 weeks, and that is going to give you a nice bubbly formation on the top. What you're actually going to look for is you're going to look for this to start foaming at the top, real bubbly, and this honey is going to get super thin. So right now, as I move the jar, it moves really slow, but in about a week, it'll slosh, and it'll be almost like a full liquid because all the juices from the garlic will break down in there. So yeah, let it sit for about a week to 2 weeks. It can sit up to a month. I like to let mine sit for about 2 weeks, and then I put it in the refrigerator. But I'll come back and I'll show you what it looks like when it's done and how you can use it, because this is really good stuff. Okay, I just want to share that after about 24 hours and days moving on forward from doing this, your garlic will tend to float. If you don't have a weight to put it down, just stir it. You just want to make sure it continuously stays coated with the honey, and you'll see the honey on the bottom is still really thick compared to the honey on the top, but that's what I mean. It starts to get really thin and liquidy. So just make sure you're scooping upward and stirring all that in. You can see how the stuff in the bottom is sticking into it. Yeah, it will separate. But just keep doing that, and like I said, leave it on the counter for about a week. Oh, it's steamy. Water bath canner's going. But I love this stuff. It is so delicious. I actually enjoy just eating the cloves as they are, or I'll smash them and put them on a platter and eat them with like salamis and cheeses. It is so good and sweet and full of so many antioxidants. And I'm not a huge sweet person. Sorry, I'm chewing. But I will handle this. And again, the honey in here itself, you can use this drizzled in teas. You can use this in salad dressings. You can drizzle it over baked chicken. But you want to consume this within the next 3 months. That's how I usually go with it. So I will come back in like a month and start another jar, and a month and start another jar. But beautiful. If for some reason you're not happy with the flavor it's at, you can let it sit for up to 2 to 3 more weeks. And you can taste it if you want to. But I like it after a week. And the longer it sits in the fridge, it will continue to soften up a little bit and all that stuff. But it doesn't give you that super garlicky mouth either. And don't waste your honey. Now, you can store it with a regular ball lid, or you can put a twist lid on. I'm just going to leave the ball lid on mine. But again, put it in the refrigerator. And there you go. Perfect. Thank you guys for stopping by. Thank you for watching the video, and I hope you guys try this. It is actually really, really good, I promise. I would not share it if it wasn't something that I personally love, and I love this stuff. I make it all the time. Thank you again. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.